Alright, welcome to my commentary of Blood in the Snow Nightmare Survival. That's me checking on everybody. Oh, I'm also going to be talking in the game as well. So that's going to be a little confusing for everybody. This is me going to the roof. A lot of times in Nightmare Survival, you want to find these guys first, the Tengus, because they shoot crows at everybody, and it kind of sends people into a panic the minute they have their little sound charge up. Everybody starts to freak out. And I've noticed on this new Nightmare Survival, there's actually a couple of Tengu waves, even after some of the boss waves. So they're throwing them in a lot more, I think because they're pretty difficult. And they want to up the ante. This is my special. Love this special. I also love that you're invincible during it, and it can travel pretty far. That's me congratulating the team. I like to add, definitely going to get ranked, is what I said. I like to motivate the team as much as I can, especially if it's new people. Sometimes I like to play with different groups just so I can meet new people. I like to motivate them as much as possible because sometimes people disconnect. Me asking outpost or mine, and I think we go to the mine. I like the outpost better because when you end up in the mine for your last set, the first wave is in the mine, so it kind of works out a lot better to do that. This is us ganging up on this poor Oni. What I've noticed with the Onis, these guys with the spears, is that sometimes their attacks will target you, and then they kind of do this weird teleportation thing, even if you roll away. And so once they lock on you, it's pretty tough. I've started to block them as much as I can, but at the end of the day, it's pretty tough to do that. That's our own. Oh, that's our cool. Another one of my specials. Yeah, the reason I am doing commentary for this one is because I feel like this is one of my better runs. You can see me congratulating myself right there. Yeah, it's one of my better runs. I had the most kills for this one. I'm pretty sure I was downed the least amount of times. Don't quote me on that, but pretty sure that's what happened. As you can see, I have the Chapter 2 EO mask, which was super, super fun to get. You got to do all the Oni treasures and beat the entire raid. The raids are unbelievable. To be quite honest, this entire DLC is just amazing. Pretty substantial content. I would have bought this. I don't want people at Sucker Punch to know that, but I would have bought this
Tengu is behind this
for $15, hell, maybe $30, because of the graphics, because of the gameplay, because of the game being so good. I would have paid, but the fact that I didn't makes it almost twice as good. So I have a charm, an assassin charm, that gives my assassination, every time I assassinate somebody, it does hallucination damage. So sometimes I can just be chilling in a, outpost camper mine all by myself. I just hallucinate a couple dudes, and then I just kind of watch them. I think this is my first death. Yeah, this is my first death, but it's weird to be talking and not playing. Yeah, there's my assassination.
Sweet. My assassinate causes hallucinate, so I can...
That's me telling everybody. I just like to tell people that. It just gives them some confidence in seeing that I'm...
But I don't have arrows.
Seeing that I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'll be pretty useless for that first.
The first challenge with the 25 headshots is one of the ones I've seen actually teams having trouble doing. I was a Roner and I had 3 hunters one time, and we got it, but that's because you had 3 hunters. People don't like to have arrows. I like to have arrows. The bombs. If I'm going for most kills, if I even want that, and if I want to do it under an hour, then I'm not going to use a character I'm not as comfortable with. I'm pretty good with the other characters. It's just the assassin has this flow that I really like. I think we all tend to pick characters that we flow with, that suit our styles, which is what I love about different classes. And the assassin, I like in, out, bang, boom, assassinate, I like that quick style. Right here. Oh, I assassinated 2 people in a row. See, like, once I get them hallucinated, once they start circling me and circle each other, it's like they're not only getting in the arrows, but once I have my ultimate, it's kind of game over for them. This is my favorite part. And should have died right there. I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, maybe I'll just attach to one of those posts, but that didn't work. What I really like is you get into this flow. Usually the first 2 waves are kind of chunky with a new team, but then you get into this flow and like you start dodging arrows, you start knowing who's going to go to this post, and it's pretty fun. Oh, I've also found a way to trigger the fire arrows. If you just run in a zigzag, it will go in front of you, and then it won't be where you're going, where you're trying to go. So it's like an immediate zigzag. Every 3 seconds, you just kind of turn your pad one way or the other, and it will trigger the fire arrow animation.
Sweet.
Just gonna make sure. Sweet. Okay. Okay, I was just checking the audio. Wave 2. This is when the challenge pops up. And as you can see, I think most of us have bombs. I will say, not that we do the challenges or even try to do them in this turn, I do kind of get annoyed when, like, this challenge starts, I'll be obviously in the back, like, trying to shoot people in the head, and then they just, the rest of your team will just go forward and kill everybody. Or when we have the next challenge, which is inside the defense area, and you're, like, obviously chilling in the defense area, like, we have a challenge to do, and then people just bum rush and start killing everybody. I mean, I'm fine. I get it. I totally get trying to get as many kills as possible.
Cool.
But sometimes you want to pretend that there's some sort of cohesion with the strategy.
Nice, we're quick.
There's another guy that I'm talking to who has a mic. Sometimes all it takes is one person. If you have one other person that has a mic that you can talk to and say, I'm going here, I'm going there, helps out a lot. I'm very rarely going to be caught off guard if somebody dies or if there's like a place about to be overrun. Very rarely am I going to miss that. But sometimes, you know, you look up and one person's dead and camp's about to be taken, and so you know you don't want to ever find yourself in that situation. I'm pretty sure we don't lose a location this entire time, which is why I was impressed with it. But I already have the survival without losing a defense area skin, so I do want to get it with other characters. There's a fire barrel right there, so I always like to try and hit that fire barrel. I think he got it. And that's me hitting the nothing. So, nailed it. Yeah, again, you know, each class is going to be more about... That's my dog barking. Each class is going to be more about finesse. You know, whatever you were good with. I've seen a hunter get over 200 kills just taking over the field. You kind of end up being like, well, this is boring. I'm not going to be able to do anything. I would say out of the classes, my least favorite would be the samurai, actually. Not least favorite to play. I think that the hunter, when you get into really nightmare difficulty like this, unless you're really good and have the right gear, hunters can be pretty annoying to play.
Nice.
I like playing as a samurai. I just think that mechanically, gameplay wise, for some reason I always feel a step behind as I get shot from behind. See, we got a quick team. We know that we got to get people back up ASAP. There's my assassinate. Yeah.
Yes.
I guess I should comment more on my gameplay as well, not just the game in general. Whoop. Pardon my French. Yeah, I don't think I've been a part of a nightmare without the bombs. I mean, I did do nightmares before I had bombs at one point. I just mean, I don't think I've ever seen one where one player at least didn't have bombs. Look at that. Look at that damage. Then I switch right to my ultimate. It's like bombs, ultimate, bombs, ultimate. Again, there is a comfort. There is a flow that you get in with a team, especially with a new team. You know, you spend the first couple of waves kind of figuring it out and like, are people going to quit? Are people going to disconnect? All that stuff. And so once you get to about the first boss wave and everything's clean, you haven't died too much, you haven't lost a defensive space, then I think you start to get a little excited. All right, this might be one where we take it the whole way. I will say, in comparison to the actual story narrative of the game, Legends offers something completely different as far as difficulty is concerned, because I found the game to be pretty easy. There weren't any Sekiro moments where I was like, wow, I really have to strategize and think about everything. And I played on the hardest difficulty. But this one, the Nightmare Survival, even the first couple of times going through, I was like, oh, this is going to be a different experience. This is going to challenge. Now we're all showing off our emotes. I picked the drinking one because if anyone has done a nightmare or is engaged in a nightmare, every wave you kind of feel like you want to drink, especially the boss waves. You're like, whew. Each one offers a new interesting challenge. Now, this is the first boss wave, Blazing Arrows. I find this boss wave to be pretty underwhelming in terms of difficulty. Pretty easy. A lot of easy units come immediately, so everyone's going to get their ultimates pretty quickly, and then by the time the second wave comes, there's just no momentum. They don't have anybody in any of the defensive areas, so you feel pretty comfortable. I might be alone in this thinking, but there is something psychological about when the boss wave appears, everybody kind of refocuses. Everybody in your team kind of, sits up straight and kind of starts to accept, all right, this is a boss wave. It's not like we're going to play differently, but we are going to just add a little bit more focus. Because again, this is, these are going to average 45, 55 minute long sessions. So there is an amount of focus you need to maintain. I'm not saying it's an extreme amount of focus, but it's definitely not a game where people can be walking in front of your TV screen every 5 minutes. That was me congratulating myself.
Nice.
So yeah, you can see that there isn't really a long period of time, maybe a
Sweet,
10 to 15 second window in between kills. I'm very efficient with my kills and who I want to kill. Like if I see somebody weaker with the ultimate, I'll kill them, knock them out. Tengu wave, I'm telling the team about a Tengu wave. And if I see somebody that I can assassinate and I can hallucinate all the other characters, check us out. See, we're all bonding now. We're all like, wow, we're going to make this. We're all doing more emotes. We're not as stoic. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm always going to strategize around time. I want to stay in the circle as long as possible if there are guys in the circle, and I want to create as much chaos as I can, because that's always how I felt an assassin should be played. You want to be the reaper of chaos. You want to just bring as much confusion, as much hallucinate, as much stealth, as much vanish, as much ultimate as you can, so then your samurais can add more damage, so then your Ronin can build up their ultimates, or so then your hunters can get a good shot. I've always felt that assassin, as many kills as they get, is still somewhat of a support class. See, once you get the Tengu out immediately, which is my goal, the rest of the wave starts to feel just a little bit less complicated. Because yeah, the Tengu's ability to hit more than one person with a lot of disruption. Like, it's not even just about the damage they do, it's just the disruption of your screen, your flow, everything. You cannot just dodge. You have to roll out and you have to find actual cover. which is one of the only times in the game that you really do have to find some sort of cover. The thing I like about the Assassin too is that I can stare down, what are the 3 Onis in this group and really not ever feel intimidated. Well, especially because they're slow, but also up. I think I spoke too soon. This is my 3rd death, but yeah, you can hear the Ronin getting me right back up. That's what you want. I like Ronins who are like that. I like Ronins who kind of understand their role in the strategy. Like, I've been Ronin before, and my goal was, don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to die, because that puts your team at a real bad disadvantage. Oof, so satisfying. Not gonna lie, I don't like to steal kills. Like, if somebody's about to kill somebody, I don't like to rush in and kill them. However, if it happens like that moment just did, where a guy threw a bomb and I killed him before, you know, like, there's nothing I can do about it. And sometimes that's just gonna happen, you know, you're so into it. So yeah, this is a good example of me being able to vanish. I'm in the defense area, you can't see me, and I'm able to get 2 revives. So they're not outside the safe zone, which means that we're not going to add any damage to our defense meter. And we're not getting shot by arrows. Luckily, Vanish, I think, is one of the better things to have in the Nightmare Survival. Let me check my kills, 54, that's fine. It's one of the better things to have in Nightmare Survival because when you vanish, you also can't be seen by the arrows. That was me saying this is inside the defense area to the other team members, whoever's listening. But yeah, once you vanish, you can't be seen by the arrows. So it really, really helps when you're trying to buy summon dogs or when you're trying to buy summon bears or things like that. This right here, I think I used my... Oh, no. I thought I used my ultimate too early. But that's the other best thing about the Assassin ultimate is that it will automatically lock on to the ghost characters. And because I have the water stance, so I can have the shield breaker, I'm not as good at defending or dodging from the spears. And waves like this, especially the first time they introduce ghosts, it's all spears and spear Oni. And as it gets into later waves, they have ghost spirit Oni. And so that's just really hard. So I like having my ultimate being able to immediately lock on. I'm not sure if this was in the update patch or if this had always been the case, but there is a move that the spear Oni can do, the guys who can move, where they just kind of like really quickly butt the end of their spear forward, and it kills you really quick, and you can't really see it and can't really dodge it, and it's like, oh, I didn't notice that. That's kind of cheap. This is the gang up portion. See that right there? I just got lucky. I was going for a critical strike. The other teammates damaged him more, and so I got an assassination, which is still super satisfying for that to be the last kill of the wave. I'm gonna grab some more ammo. Sweet, and I'm right back into it. Oh, I see. Okay, this is a perfect example. I have gotten a lot of kills this round, but I kind of wanted to hold back because we have a minute. We have 12 left to get for our inside of the defense area. But then all 3 of them run forward, which is fine. That's great. Like, we're trying to beat the Nightmare Survival. But at the end of the day, we could have afforded ourselves, especially the 4 against 1 wave, we could have afforded ourselves some time to let the wave get into the defense area. It's fine. I mean, it's fine if you don't do the bonus objectives. It just feels way better when you do, you know. But again, once you've beaten that and got the skin, you're kind of just playing for the sport of it.
Yeah. They all linger on the edge.
That's me trying to get them to come to the circle.
Ah.
Because here's the reality. 24 waves out of the game. They are going to just run right in the center and just linger there like idiots. But then this wave, they all just wait on the outskirts, and they're like, we, for some reason, do not want to go into the circle anymore. My favorite is when you kill an enemy so fast and then their AI character just lingers and then they just fall like 12 feet away from where they died. Oop. Yeah, one more. What you mean? Oh, this is when I specifically don't hit him because I don't want to hit the healing drum because I don't need it. So like super awesome. See, we're getting excited. We're spinning around. Start playing our flutes. We don't want to get cocky though because wave 9 does kind of feel like, all right, we're gonna make it. But there's 14 more waves, so it's not like we're out of the woods yet, whatever that expression is. See, look at this. Even if I get flashed, or even if anything happens to me in my special, it is pretty difficult to interrupt. And that's why, okay, so like with the samurai, they have the 3 to 5 slash move that has an actual radius. Like it can't go very far, and it has to attack people very close to it. I just can't get a handle on that. I can't necessarily get the feel and the control. I'm sure if I played around with it enough, I would understand it.
Ooh, 2 tangos.
But I also understand that if I were to master it, it wouldn't be as satisfying as the Assassin's Ultimate. Oh, Tango Wave.
Okay,
I said tangos,
we
so
each got one.
we're going to be tango dancing with these guys apparently.
Oh shit.
Did I always say tango? And so the Hunter's Ultimate, you know, when they shoot 3 to 5 people with headshots, that I feel like is the one that kind of screws up the most. Like, if anything's in the way or if somebody moves right before you shoot, like, you don't hit them. And it just seems a lot more
I killed them both.
not as secure in the kills. Okay, so I kill both the Tengus, and I see that a teammate just got revived. Sweet tune. Had to tell the team I killed them both because why not? And the Ronin's special, I mean, you know, that heals everybody on the map. So there are moments where that is the most important special. I've played games and I've had strategies before where you kind of, you know, if you have a Ronin,
Sweet.
two to each defense area, you kind of have somebody guarding the Ronin or protecting the Ronin. Most of the time, you don't need to because they're super skilled, but yeah, they've got the medic symbol on their arm. You know, they are the guys who we are looking to secure and get us through. Luckily, this is one of the actual Nightmare Survivals where I didn't die very much. Because you're gonna die. Yeah, you're gonna die in a Nightmare Survival situation. It's not the end of the world. It's not like it's something that is super terrible, or like you're not terrible if it does happen. It's just this mode is designed to kill you with the fire arrows and with the different characters being thrown at you. It's designed that way, and that's what I like about it. Is that you can strategize around, okay, how do we survive? You know, it's a proper name for its mode.
Oh shit.
And it's not like waves of more guys, which is what I like. Like if you have like Nazi zombies or more tower defense things, it's usually like, let's just throw more and stronger guys. This just this just mixes it up. This makes it so sometimes they'll throw in a couple Tengus, sometimes there'll be some ghosts, sometimes it'll be dogs, sometimes it'll be bears, and so each character and each enemy that you have to fight requires a different skill set, requires a different thing you've had to learn. See, okay, this is a good example. I've hallucinated some characters, and now I'm in my ultimate, and I think my stealth is about to get up, so that means that I can hold down this place for a good... That was lucky, because I was just getting out of my ultimate. And see, there's a Rona right on cue. What was I saying?
Oh, camera.
Yeah, that's the camera. Sometimes you can't do anything about it, and those moves are so silky smooth. so soft. You can't even hear them coming. That's what I love about those enemies so much. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. That this game isn't just let's throw more. It's actually let's throw different. And let's keep them going. Like the bear, you got to be very careful with how you fight the bear. The dogs, you got to be very careful about how you attack them and how much time you spend on them. Even the guys with 2 swords who are actually weaker enemies, they still provide a nice challenge because they have different rhythms and different hit patterns and different defense patterns than the guys with the shields or the guys with the spears. I was actually water stance for the longest time because I was having such a hard time with the spear characters, and I just was like, I'm going to master them. But the spear kick and the typhoon kick just wasn't doing enough. It wasn't contributing enough to even the stagger damage to Onis and spearmen. So I was like, I'm going to get on that shield breaker game, and I'm just going to master the dodge and the parries for them. Okay, this is wave 11. Look at that. Look at that. Somebody hit the healing drum. Not sure if that was on purpose. Oh, he's dead. Good thing I'm right there. Oh, he's gone. Cool. Oh, and we have the ultimate. See? Now the team is firing on all cylinders. The team is just like, we are going to go for it all.
Fuck.
Love it. I just love it when it's mayhem. Just absolute mayhem. Oh, yeah. I got a little cocky. That was stupid. That was a stupid move to go and pin myself in between the enemy and that house. I'm starting to get a little, I think, distracted. I think there's a part of my gameplay right now that doesn't seem like it has as much of a strategy. It's not thinking of the next move. That's what I love about this mode, is that you've got to think. Okay, this is a good example of me with a spear guy. You know, I'll still dodge, and then I'll have 2, and then... Oh, yeah. Do you see that move? I was just practicing my sword skills in the wind while they all killed people and did damage. I gotta say, to be fair, this game is so beautiful that sometimes, yeah, just watching yourself swing into the wind. You gotta love the dirt effect, the mud effect. Like, this game and the developers really understood not only what it feels to fight as a samurai, or the dream-like essence of fighting like a samurai, but the grit and the world, and like as beautiful as that
Fortified, nice.
the artistic style of the samurai and the kendo swordsmanship, as beautiful as that is, there is that beautiful, disgusting, gritty mud quality to it. And I don't know, it's like this small thing where, like, sometimes you forget, you know, about your character and the look, and you're just kind of going with everything. But when you look back on your character and he's got this mud and he's dirty and tired, you just feel like I'm in this. I am in this battle. I don't know what happened there. I don't know how I got hit. So I assassinate these guys, and look, there's 4 dudes that are hallucinating. There's a bear. So it really, you know, it really causes a lot of problems. Like, look, I think that Oni right there just killed the Tengu for us. And that's huge. And not only is it killing the Tengu, but it's taking the Tengu, it's distracting the Tengu away from us, giving us time to do a little bit more. I'm pretty sure I grabbed that ammo already, but I know there's 2 ammos up that I can get. Now, this is the other benefit of a strong team, is there's 3 guys at the outposts, and this is the later part of the wave. I know that they're going to be fine. I'm still going to go and help, but I have time to... Well, I thought I was going to grab that ammo. I have time to maybe think about ammo, maybe think, do I want to go buy something, you know? I gotta say about this game, there's a bow feature that I loved in the story narrative as well, that I extra love in the Legends feature, because as a half Japanese person, I love the respect. I love the gamesmanship. I love all of those elements to the Japanese culture. And there is something really, really cool and rewarding about, you start a game with 4 random people, and sometimes they'll bow, sometimes they'll do their emote, but when they bow, it's this, we all kind of understand what the bowing stands for. We're respecting each other. We're almost like shaking hands before a game, or doing something that is just acknowledging the other teammates and the other people. And I always thought that was really, 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 really cool. And I was also surprised at the amount of people that do bow and that do show that kind of extra level of support and respect for other people you're spending time with.
Oh,
I gotta say what you will about gaming in the gaming world, but like
sweet, thank you.
the amount of amazing, nice, fantastic, wonderful people that I've met gaming has opened my eyes to this being the coolest medium out there right now. Yeah, I mean the stereotype or the narrative that gamers are anything other than just super awesome, nice people that just are trying to have fun like you. It's crazy. That was me. I was just watching for a little bit. Yeah, so I have a Vanish, and I also have a Smoke Bomb. So those are 2 instances in which I can basically get an assassin or get some stealth kills, and I have added stealth damage. So these are ways that
He was just waiting.
my weapons and my ghost weapons are really all work towards the strategy I want to do. Look at that. I'm surprised I don't buy something here. I thought I was gonna. Okay, I have 107 kills. Good. Oh yeah, see that's the time when you get caught in your animation. Then I get my ultimate, and I'm like, all right, screw you, bruh.
I'm coming to you.
Oh, I should have killed that guy, but I had to get him. And I know what it's like to die in the ravine. Oh, I almost did die in the ravine. Some characters or some people I've been gaming with have died down there, and it's like, okay, bye. You're not coming back unless we have a Ronin, because going down there is a death sentence. Arrows, they tend to have a mind of their own, and they can be pretty annoying. See, look at this. Check this out. I'm going to vanish.
Yeah, sorry.
Find somebody to assassinate. I lied. I actually only have 1 person hallucinating, but I'm going to assassinate somebody else. Nope. Maybe him? But see, look. 1 person. Even 1 person being hallucinating. Oh, I can get him. Ah, I'm an idiot. 1 person hallucinating takes the archer's attention. It takes everybody's attention. Hallucinated? I don't know if that's a word. I think hallucinating is what I meant to say. Hallucinated. I hallucinated. No, that is a word. When you're playing this game, you don't have time to think about words or definitions or proper tenses. What great games. Look at me. I'm just rolling back and forth. But what I know is that my team is competent. Oh, my teammate's already here. I swear, every time you're like in a defense area by yourself and you're struggling, or there's a lot of guys, you feel like Captain America with half a broken shield, and then you see those bright bombs just blast in front of you, and it's like Black Panther coming through the portal. R.I.P.
Grab some ammo.
Okay, I gotta pee. All right. Boss wave. Yeah, see, I'm going up to the ammo, because there's always 2 up here, and I always save them. I do not. Oh, Murder of Crows. So this is a Tengu wave. I'm pretty sure. Wave 15. 20 waves to go. No, 10 waves to go. Yep. Tengu boss wave. Seems to be 1. And that was pretty simple. So I think they spread them out. I think this is a intentionally easy wave. I think I'm going to do my ultimate right now. Even though I don't think I'm going to kill any of them. Oh, this guy will. Yeah, so once you start getting only Onis, you're not going to kill that many people with your ultimate. Unless you time it and wait for them all to be that way. But you don't really want to think about that stuff. Oh, I only want to use my ultimate when I want to kill people. Ooh. I think that surprised me. Yeah, look at that. I don't know. I don't know if there's something more satisfying than getting an assassination and just this cloud of emphasis floating through the air. I don't know if that was my smartest move. I just was like, hey, and I just ran in. Oh, so he took my kill right there. But again, he was trying to kill the Tengu, so I don't even look at it. Now I can't even see. So, yeah, me not dying in that little interaction. Weird. Oh, check it out. Here I am, saving both the Ronins. See? Boss wave 15. You save both the Ronins. Boom. You seem pretty unstoppable at that point. And there's the mutual respect. Because once the Ronins go out, what are you going to do? The last Nightmare wave, or the last Nightmare Survival, which was the AoE Village? No, not the AoE Village. Ugh, what is that one called? Anyway, it was slow revive. So if you were outside of the safe zone, there was no chance you were getting revived. Unless the archers took a break and were like, no, yeah, let them get revived. It just took too long. But the fact that it's been back to normal revives now, I see it. I find it a lot easier. I think the map is a little harder because this one's a little bigger. But I think that it's a lot easier because of the revives. You can do it without a Ronin. You can do it without a Ronin. It's not going to be easy, but you can do it. Okay, so now we're at wave 16. And as you can see, everything's gotten a little foggier. And you can't see as well. And I've actually rarely noticed it being being something that adds a level of difficulty, because at this point, I don't know how many people are blazing arrows. Well, see, as I say, things aren't as difficult. I end up getting killed. Okay, that's me looking that I had 122 kills and the least amount of downs at that point. Again, it's not something that I'm going for. I don't necessarily care about getting the most kills or the least times dead. I just want to know that I'm contributing to the game, and it also makes me feel good, like it would a football player who gets the most tackles and the team wins. It's like, are you playing to get the most tackles? No. But if you do, are you gonna be mad about it? No. So I bought the summon dogs.
Yeah,
and
that's stupid.
I usually buy them again
that
for my strategy of disruption, because my character is all about disrupting enemy flow and getting enemies to lag them out. Oh my god. Yeah, they gotta make up their mind. Sometimes the flashes flash you and then you can't see, or sometimes the flashes are barely gonna stagger you, and then sometimes they kill you. Maybe that's my bad. Maybe I should know what character throws which. Yeah, when it gets to this wave, we are in our flow. Waves are not taking that long, not more than maybe 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. And we all have a level of trust within each other that makes The last 10 waves, in my opinion, easier than the first 10 waves. Which mathematically doesn't add up to 25. But what I mean is the last 10 waves are easier than the first 15 waves, in my opinion. I gotta say, as torturous as it would be to do an entire 24 wave run and then lose in the last wave, as torturous as that would be, I've never experienced it, luckily, because that would be a nightmare and super demoralizing. So this, as you can see, was a stupid idea on my part. I went to go camp because I thought he was going to be dead and I thought I would need it, but then they revived him. But I've also been talking to man 6, I think, the entire game. And so there was a part of me that once you start talking to people and get to know people, you're like, all right, gotta save that guy. You know, there adds that level of... So I used my dogs. It might have been early. And I might not get as much out of them. I don't know about that. I could kind of see the line of the arrows, and I guess I was about to jump, but at the end of the day, I was outside of the line of the arrows. So. Again, like, these waves are, that's the thing, they're different. Like, you get to the outpost on wave, 18? And you're like, well, this is easy. But boom, they started the mine wave. And then they throw another wave at the outpost on you, because here your team is thinking, all right, we go to the mine, and maybe that'll be a little harder. Now this second wave at the outpost, I bet you is going to be a little harder, a little chunky. That's probably why I stayed here. And luckily, my dog's getting here towards the end of this wave, as you can see, is doing enough disruption. I really don't know why I don't have my camera turned around. You should mostly have your camera turned towards the incoming wave, because you want to see archers, you want to see these shot guys. Having my camera that way was pretty stupid. The thing I also like about this game is that, like, so I may be centered or focused on the guy that I'm hitting, but at the same time, you have to see the guy in the background, see the archer in the background, see where they're aiming, listen for the archer, listen for a guy winding up his spear attack, listen for the sound that comes when that big blue Oni or the big fat Oni does their earthquake. You know, it's like, you kind of are just like, you're just, every aspect of your focus, every channel of your focus is on the game. I don't know why it would be any different, but that's mostly why I can only do Nightmare Survivals, because I try to go back to gold, and you hit a point where gold is just a lot easier, and like too much easier. So you saw a quick cut there, but no time was changed within. I just was recording different sections of the game. So yeah, when you go back to gold, it feels like you're biking with training wheels. It's crazy. I'll do a video on the raid when I film it or record it, because that deserves a video as well. Raids are amazing. Like butter. Cutting through butter. That was cool. You guys see that? Fight in the shadow. The ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I've got a raid group. We do the raid once a week. Just going for different gear and getting different masks in here and there. And it's just that's a special thing. Got a whole crew together and you're doing a raid. You're like, wow, this is like a AAA narrative story game. You're playing with 4 guys. It's great. People. Look at that. Look at that team. No, don't do it, Dan. Okay, didn't get the kill. Wasn't going for it. Just trying to help. You can see me checking the time sometimes because I want to I have a recording limit of 60 minutes on my PS4, so. Dogs of War and Arrow Storms. Burning Blades. Pretty self-explanatory. These dogs are... I gotta say, I never like it. I never like hitting the dogs. I never like the sound that it makes. Like, sometimes I'll have my summon dogs, and I'll summon them, and then all of them will get, like, hit by arrows, and you hear the... And you're like, oh, God, I'm a terrible human being. Even though they're ghosts, and it's not real, and it's a video game. You're still like... Ugh. I never like to hit the dogs. You know what I mean? Like, what? Also, because they made them, like... They made the dogs, like, tiny, little, cute little puppy-looking things. Like, they could have made them giant wolf-like things. They made them fluffy little poofs. Boop poofs. You just want to be like, oh, like the dog's running after you. You just want to boop it on the nose. But instead it creates a earthquake force that kills you. But yeah, if they made the dogs like in, again, I'm going to reference Nazi zombies. When they have those dogs just sprinting at you and they're as tall as you. Yeah, get some giant greyhounds or you know, not to add to the stereotype, but like pit bulls. Or I guess, you know what? This game is true to its land. So it has dogs that would be of the land. So that, I got to give it to them. They are right. I'm wrong. I'm not a game developer.
Okay, just the archers.
I like how I just basically like had an opinion and then proved myself wrong. I am talking to myself, so I guess that would be the next step, would be arguing with myself and then losing an argument to myself. Look at that. Oh yeah, I bought something. I just have a lot of points for not buying anything. Drink up, everybody. Drink up. Puff. I need ammo. But at the end of the day, I'm confident now, so I don't really need ammo. What do I go to buy? I go to buy the bear. Nothing like a bear. $154 kills. Not bad. Not bad. I want to hit the 200 mark. I think I do hit the 200 mark in this game. Not an easy feat. Look at that. Look at me. I had no plan. I just ran up to these dudes and was like, I don't have any bombs, so let's see what happens. Jump. That was me telling my past self. That was lucky. I got hit out of the arrows, so I wasn't going to die. I guess I got that revive, but I knew I didn't have to, but again, it's reflex. When you're playing a game, when you're this close, you don't want to have to think about a ghost falling being the reason that you don't make it to the end. Boom. Get that kill. Go after the archer. Okay, I don't. I really like, just after listening, I can hear that guy's special and they're at the outpost. I like that they added that in, where like, I know what my team is doing. I can hear that they're about to do their special, which means, okay, I'm about to get some health, which means, okay. What just happened?
Yes.
Oh, so satisfying. Sorry, but that's a satisfying animation and sound. You know, I'm not all for the sticking a knife through the underside of a jaw, but these are demons. And it's cool. Yep, I use my ultimate because, well, I shouldn't have got greedy. sometimes those Oni take a lot more. I've had one of those Oni archers take my entire 160, 11 downs, 30 stealth kills. So that makes me happy. I'm leading in melee, stealth, full kills, and times down. If you can do that as an assassin, if you can do that, you take so much pressure off of your team. And that's why it's not even about getting the most kills. It's about, if I'm getting the most kills and I'm not dying in the process, that's what you want. That's basically, you know, a samurai. That's basically a tank. And if you can do that as an assassin, you're basically a samurai with the ability to vanish, and add this hallucination to a lot of the things. Okay, so this is a moment where there's a little bit of panic because we have people taking over the mine. We have people at the camp and at the outpost. And I kind of was like, I didn't really know where everybody was because the fog starts to set in. But then, you know, you got 2 Ronins and confidence. Confidence is what it really, really is. When you have confidence in your team and in the other guys doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah, that was smart. I'm like, no, I'm not running anymore. I'm getting in there. Look at him. Fresh. Boom, boom, boom. No way. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know we lost the defense area. That doesn't really make me happy, but... Vanish. Now that's weird. It said critical strike. I went to go do that, and then he went into a swinging animation, which I had to dodge. Look at him. Look at him, hallucinating. What am I doing? I feel like my hands are having a stroke. Yeah, I'm just like, whatever. I'm tired. It's been 50 minutes already. I gotta just kill you guys. So yeah, would I have liked to do the bonus objectives? Sure.
No.
Ah. I think I'm gonna say it in the game. What happened? Because it was kind of
I
bullcrap.
was in my freaking special animation.
Not only was I in my special animation, but I was in the end of my special animation, and there should be a grace period. I thought there usually is a grace period. I don't see enemies hitting me all the time when I finish my animation. That's unfortunate, losing the... Oh, we have 3 more waves. That's tough. That's a tough break. Another interesting, I think, psychological thing that happens is that I've been a part of teams where when you lose an area, it can tend to feel actually a little bit more comfortable. Again, your health is bad, but if you're not a team that's dying all the time, and if you're comfortable with your character, having 2 as opposed to 3 places to worry about in that time, psychologically, can feel almost more comfortable. Look at that. Look at that. He was about to kill the samurai who was reviving that guy. I stepped in, did my dirt. And that's what it takes. That's all it takes sometimes, is just being... This guy's still dead? I don't know. I thought he was revived, but he died again. So this is the other situation where I saw the samurai running to the outpost. He was going, but that Ronin over there is holding the outpost down. So it motivates me. I'm like, all right, I got this then. I'm going to hold this down. Look at that. It's like hit, move, hit, move, hit, move. But you got to be that. You got to be able to play. I love it. I don't disconnect from games unless like 2 people do, because then it's just not going to be any fun. You're not going to win. But I do like staying in games where it's like people's first nightmare. Because when people are doing their first nightmare mode, they're just like, what? No, I can't do it. I can't do anything. It's kind of funny because you aren't expected for it. It jumps up. Like gold is like, feels like bronze compared to this being ultimate premium unleaded Also, aren't you guys happy that I kept in the controller clicks? It's got a nice effect to it. You just can hear the amount of work these poor fingers are doing. $117, $32, $180, $12. Okay. I'm leading indie categories that are important to the survival. There are 2 waves left. I can get 20 kills, I think, in 2 waves. Ooh. We all went to sleep. And that guy took my kill. That's cool. That's me having a brain fart. I'm like, no, there's no ammo up here. I don't necessarily need one of these things. Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going. But now I'm going to the outpost. Whoop. Boom. Hello, little puppet. Boom. See, I have my ultimate. I already hallucinated some guys. I'm slowing down the incumbent wave. I die in the process, making what I just said previously useless. There is a Ronin dead, but the other Ronin gets us back. And then that samurai just cleans up. Well-timed special. Telling you. Once teams are on all cylinders, this can become a leisurely stroll through the park. Not a easy stroll. It's like a stroll where you're with that friend who's super athletic and they want to speed walk the entire time. Or that friend wants to go hiking and you're like, all right, we're going to walk and maybe talk. But you end up just spending the whole time breathing deeply. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I'm just doing an animation of killing this guy while he's out and getting ready to attack me. What? Ooh. Playing the odds. Again, this is another moment where I know that man 6 is the samurai. I think. Actually, I don't know about that. Don't quote me on that. Basically, the reason I didn't run to revive him is because I knew that we had 2 Ronins fully capable of doing that. Alright. Final wave. Pardon my French. A ghost trial. Bring it on. I'm like just as excited as I was playing the game as I am watching it again. Whoa! Boom. Says Nate. Hallucinate. I don't like to hallucinate tier 1 enemies, but you take what you can. Boom! Now that guy's hallucinating. And there's a bear. Oh. See, this is just a good game all around for me. I'm not too upset about it. I thought there were going to be arrows, but it ended up being arrows where I rolled. I hit that because it's the last wave. So at that point, if drums aren't being used, it's not like we're all going to run around hitting different drums. So the drums I've also found kind of unnecessary. I mean, I'm glad that they are there. They're more of a comfort thing though. Because like the first 10 waves, you worry about like hitting them. You're like, I don't want to hit them. And then the other people being like, oh, why'd you hit the healing drum? And then sometimes you can coordinate hitting the healing drum, but you're not going to coordinate it in Nightmare Survival mode because, and that's the bear I didn't see. You're not going to coordinate a drum during a Nightmare Survival mode because that's why you don't fight a bear outside. But I killed the bear. Killed the bear, took me with him. Totally fine. Ronins aren't. I took care of the outpost. Outpost is clean. I'm going to use my ultimate to get back in the game. And I think this is actually where it ends. Yep, I kill that guy. I go and kill the archer. And we're home free. So yeah, that's it. That's a Nightmare Survival done under an hour. With an excellent team. With the most kills, the least amount of deaths. And there you have it. Thanks for watching.